Good evening, fleet commanders. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Give me just 1 minute here. We'll get everything up and running. Yes, you are. Again, you are early for once, but I know you're doing some heavy lifting earlier, killing some people. So, okay. So, get our accounts up and running here. It was a big day today for us. We picked up two territories this afternoon, so I was barely on for the second one, but it didn't seem like they put up much of a fight. So once we took the first one, it was kind of seemed like it was going to go that direction. So I got in about 10 minutes late, and we were already up. It was like 2,000 and like 500, and it was like, okay, so they're not really trying too hard in this one. They kept us honest, put some guys in there for us to show up, but yeah, that was about it. So let's see what we got going on here tonight. And Evening Olympus, welcome back as always. Get our stream going here. Maybe we'll do a little Stream Raiders in a little bit. I know Highlanders is still on. He's got some stuff going on. I think I'm actually in his Stream Raiders fight right now, so let's switch over to Captain's mode. They started a new campaign, started today, so. Events. Battle Pass is done. Everybody should have Badgie unlocked if you finished your Battle Pass. There should have been enough shards along the way to get him done. Uh, Mr. Borg here. Uh, this thing's kind of just. If you don't have a Cerritos or have somebody who's willing to consistently buff you, you're not going to win this one. So. Alright, so we'll get that going. That's going to be the new Stream Raiders. Yeah, looking at these point totals. So I did one round, and somebody buffed me for part of it, or most of it. Um, so even if I did that 9 more times with the 8 to 9 more times with the amount of tokens I have, and got buffed every time by somebody generous, because again I don't have a Cerritos, you're looking at another, maybe I get second or third somewhere in this range. And what am I going to do? Kill myself, all that for an avatar that I won't use because I only use the one that I really work really hard for. Uh, this one would be working hard, I guess, too, but resources are not that great in terms of payout. Like, this is okay, but like this stuff, it really isn't much to write home about. And 2 Boimler shards seems like it's a little too much there. So especially when he's got a couple shards here in the overflow. I only need 4, and I'll get 5 from doing the overflow, and I'll get another avatar in the Tom Paris collector's plate. So I'll be more likely to use that, I think, than I won't use any of them. So, but yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday. We got an officer recruit event. We'll check this out. And this is part of the new bug. When you hit back, the game glitches up, and then you hit back again, and it kicks you back further. I don't know why it's doing that. You had people sending Doritos and Pillums to the 33s. Yeah, yeah. Folks, fools, that could go either way, Olympus. That could be either one. So let's see what we got. So we got a station event. Ooh, it's a good one too. This is the Officer XP and the Recruit Token one. But I don't have anything left to build. That's going to get annoying fast. My game just hotfixed itself again too. I was playing earlier today on the PC, and then when I logged out to go take my cat to the vet and get some dinner, uh, it made me update it again. So I was hoping they had fixed that glitch, but apparently that is not what they did. Okay, so I need 12,000 points. So we're going to play a little stfc.space to see if there's anything I could actually upgrade that would get me the 12,000 points with what I have left here without spending a lot of... Really, these are all G4 resources at this point, because I don't want to spend them before the event this weekend. So let's see what we can find. What do we got? We got a titanium warehouse. Taking this up would get me 2,500 points. Not going to be anywhere near enough. What about the vault? The vault would be worth 4,500. And then if I took this up 2,500, that's 7,000. And then I get another 4,500. That's 11,500. And then, so then I'm like 600 short. And this dilithium generator I've got going there, that is AB, what's that, E? That would be the difference. So I'd have to take both of these up all the way to 43 and finish off this. That's a lot. What about the dilithium vaults there? The warehouse to 43 is worth 2,500 points. The vault to 43 is worth 4,500 points. So the same scale. Okay. So these are 4,500 a piece. So if I did 9 and 4, that'd be 13,000. That would be enough. You're using a pilum to kill, well, I guess, because you can kill so many of them, right, and not have to fly back. So I guess that makes sense. Alright, what would this cost me? It's costing me 4-star rare. That 256 is not a lot of points. I just don't know. It's like I want the Ultra Recruit tokens, but that's a lot to upgrade. For what are we talking about? 690. Probably another 600, 1,300 or so, 1,350. 1,350 Ultra Recruit tokens for doing like 4 to 5 building upgrades. Or 3 building upgrades at least. Alright, well, I'll at least start that one. Because I can. Yeah, it's the Vidar A. There you go. That's using your Pilum for what it's intended for. So I'd have to do all of these. Not gonna lie, it's a lot of par steel too. And then I gotta do this one, which is 10 billion. All right. Might need to find some people to raid if we're gonna do all this. Speaking of people to raid, are there any around? Because that could make this more interesting. Oh. Well, if we're camped out right there, then the place that makes the most sense to look would be Borg's base. Right here. We'll check out Param and Hubishan. Let's put a crew on here and go look for people to hit. We need Rom. We need Worf. And we need Dwight. There he is. Alright, let's go see who's home. And in the meantime, that one. And that one. And we'll flip them. Forgot who I was looking for a second. And then you, J, would need claw. We need Stan. And Bator, wherever she is. Swap ship to the amalgam. See if I've been noticed yet. Alright, what do we got? You've got 80 million. It's a start. I'm sure I have plenty of tokens for all this stuff, but I feel bad picking on Borg, but you know, Zhao seems like a decent guy, and I've enjoyed his videos, but you know, we reached out, we made some offers to them, and they don't seem to care too much about us. They're willing to just sort of stand aside now. But they could have been our friends. So we'll knock on that guy's door, and we'll just take a look. What did he have? Did he have anything? No. Looks like he's actually already been cracked because his base defenses were still partially repairing. So he might have been cracked earlier. Yeah, the shields went down pretty quick on his defense plot. Well, he's only 29, so then that maybe never mind. Mud did not proc, though. And only 2 crits from Morph. That's a little low. We'll see if there's anybody home in Hubishan as well. See if there's anybody left in here. A couple of bases around. A couple of our bases still around. All right, let's get a Stream Raider battle going here. We'll get that fired up. There's the link below. Sometimes people join for the Stream Raider. Sometimes people join for the Star Trek. Occasionally, people join just because they like me. You like me? You really like? Yeah. Let's not get carried away. All right, let's see if we got any other bases around here we can give a quick smack to. Oh, hey, here's a couple. You got anything to... Hey, you got 5 billion. Hammer, huh? Well, please, Hammer, don't hurt him, right? Paper Chef, you got 3 billion. Okay. Yeah, probably didn't get... Well, we got through his Enterprise and part of his Saladin. But I'm going to guess... Nope. No Mud again. This is probably when Mud doesn't proc. Kind of hangs you out to dry a little bit. But we got through the Enterprise. But that took a full 3 rounds. before I destroyed that, so that didn't leave much else by this point in time with the auger. All right. In the meantime, let's also pop over to the other smaller account and see what we got going on here. All right, so we won. Yay! We won the Officer XP event that was from this morning, which I did desperately because I need these and the Latinum too, I guess. Latinum's just as good as speed ups, right? We mined some crystal. Right now we're mining some ore for get some Romulan boosts. Now this account will be easier to finish up those station upgrades. Totally lost my train of thought there. Finish up those station upgrades and see what we can get out of that. Did I do my refinery? I think I did this. Yeah, okay. This account's actually further ahead on the battle pass because of fun Scopely stuff, or on the overflow. Because when I tiered up the other day to Ops 17, I had my event, which was basically killing hostiles, and then it was like, oh, you're Ops 17 now. This is the event you should have. And it gave me a second battle pass event. So I got second, second 2 mounts of points for one day. So he's actually going to finish the battle pass sooner, which will be nice. I gotta rescue the crew, huh? What do we gotta do here? Just kill hostiles 20 to 21s. Okay, that's easy enough. We got our rep events going on. We already won this one. Now this station event, paying out a lot less, but there's a lot of recruit tokens here still that I do want. So I need 940 points for station upgrades. That one seems a little more achievable. We also have some away teams to redeem. Okay. Did they break this again? Nope, there's no third reward this time. Okay. So we need defense, because we need the chips. Who's got defense? I pulled Uhura this morning. For the officer recruit event that was this morning, I got a lucky Uhura pull. The heroic event. I was like, alright, that'll finish it real quick. But getting a rare officer this early certainly makes a nice little difference. Especially her, because of her boost. Her officer ability is a boost to accuracy. And a lot of the mission bosses, you have to kill our interceptors. So her sort of negating their dodge to some degree is very helpful. And then we got our badgie. Yeah, I was very excited. It was when I opened that, and I was like, "This is gonna be like that kind of day." Okay, this is what we needed. What do we got here? Is this common? Common. Ugh. I'm not even gonna do that one. Actually, I lied. I will put two very generic common officers who aren't doing anything else, like these two. Just because the rare, the unrefined or crystal in this case might actually make a difference there. All right, so we're doing R&D. Got some speed ups now. Now we can get to work. We can upgrade some stuff. I was feeling kind of poor there for a little bit. I might go to Ops 18 tonight. Yeah, okay, great. I know. would you knock it off? Okay, so we got this. So there's 17 on the research. Can I do the shipyard yet? No. 17 requires titanium warehouse to 17. Okay. And I guess we're doing that one. Ooh, BlueStacks is lagging a little bit. Maybe I've got too many windows open. So let's shut a window or two down. Okay, so let's see what we got. I want to get more of these recruit tokens. That was the reason I had to push up earlier than I wanted to, unfortunately. I just was running out of ways to get recruit tokens. What new research do we get at 17? R&D 17. Let's see what new research it gave us. The hangar's not till 18. I can't get to any of this stuff yet. This one I could. Station weaponry. So station defenses, battleship repairs, that kind of stuff. Nothing exciting. All the stuff that helps you in the long run. Explore weak points. Nothing else good going on here. Grade 3 ship research. Not going to get for a bit either. Alright, so let's do... Yeah, we'll do battleship weaponry. And we'll wait for some of these helps to come through. That's good. Ooh, 5 whole latinum. Thank you, Scopely. Kill some Federation stuff, 23 or higher. Yeah. Okay, so we'll give that for a minute. Wait for some helps to come through. And let's go take a peek and see if our first guy, Daniel, in Param, is still not shielded. This guy doesn't have a whole lot. The Amalgam's not going to do much of anything, but it is still my 3rd biggest miner in terms of cargo capacity, even without the extra buff. $20 on our Stream Raiders fight. Okay, we got a couple extra people, at least one extra person that has joined in there so far. That's cool. Obviously, there's people who just play Stream Raiders, so they just look for captains that are streaming, right? Nope, that's the wrong system. Those aren't the guys I hit. He'd be down here. There he is. Oh. Shark in the Water is also now unshielded. Interesting. He wasn't before. I wonder if he's planning on playing a little defense. But we can jump right in from the side here. What did he have? 140 million? That's not bad. I get 12 million a round. 10 rounds for basically to get everything in and out nice and quick. 80 million par steel, 50 million titanium. It's a couple of repair bills, right? It's not bad. It's a snack. Yeah. We'll go back and check on our other guy who had about 5 million after we take care of this pretty quick, actually. Let's do this. Galaxy Exocomps. Warp speed, 85%. Yep, let's do that one. See if that cuts a couple seconds down. I wish there was one for impulse speed to make these things move faster. I guess maybe that'd be too unfair during territory fights if everybody had exocomps that boosted their impulse speed and they were just flying all over the the damn place. That'd be interesting though. Make it like a little bit more of an exclusive, or at least a harder to get exocomp to boost impulse speed. Yeah, I bet a lot of people would really like that one. You almost might want to think about buying one if it was that, if it did that. Maybe not. I will take those, thank you. So let's see. So we added 85% to our warp speed with that exocomp, and it shaved about 3 seconds off my travel time each direction. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be the thing, between Pan, uh, Michael Burnett, or Burnham, and Claw, there's enough people who already boost impulse speed that they'll just be like, yes, we don't need this. This will devalue those officers. All right. What's this guy got though? Shark in the water. You got a little bit more there. 2.5 billion, 1 billion titanium, 36 million dilithium. Man, he's a 39. You know, Gan, if you need some resources. He's got a few more ships though. 2 miners, explorer, interceptor. Nah, I can get him in probably 2 shots. I know you guys are doing some deep space armadas today. You guys are way out there doing like 51s. I was like, damn, even with Grush and Scotty, I still can't get there. I'm just going to wait until I get this one a little closer to empty before I hit him, so I don't want to tip him off. Yeah, it's mostly par steel. Oops. Yeah, tier 6 or tier 7. Yeah, I mean, I got enough shards to tier Grush up again. I don't have the independent credits. That'll get him to 10%. So the ship's 150, I think. But I don't have the credits to do it. What's my warp speed on this? I think it's 150. Yeah, it's 150. So he adds another 15 at 10%. And Scotty adding 5 more gets me up to like 170. And I think it's what, 185 or something where you guys were. So yeah, either need another tier on the Kelvin or something else. But at this point, if I'm getting close to tiering to 44, so now I'm starting to do that math of how much more do I really want to invest in the Kelvin, or do I want to just dump all those resources purely into my base so I can get to 46? That is the age-old question. Let's see, we got 10 minutes left in our Stream Raiders fight. And we got a couple of units down. Mostly Olympus, thank you for that. Alright, how close are you? Still has 60 million left. Oh, another away team mission ready to collect. Ah. Critical. Critical. Damn it. Oh, these are terrible. I don't know if Carol is around. We'll find out in a second. Eurydice is. Carol is not. Oh, it's only got an hour on it. We'll just speed that one up. $29,000 for that too. Okay. So this is what I wanted Carol for. Oh, that's what they added. Different way to sort your officers. That's fine. And then I can do charismatic with her. So now we've touched all 4 traits. Look at that, 65% chance to crit. Probably still miss, but you know, at least we can say we tried. And then we'll take Keenzer to round it out. 10,000. Okay. Could do that one. Sure, why not? Now we're up to 70%. Whoops, fell asleep at the wheel. We're supposed to be raiding. I'm over here playing around with the way team traits. Oh yeah, I heard people complaining about that earlier today, that the filters don't save, so every time you open it, you have to click it. And it's not as good because of that. It's kind of like all their sorting mechanisms, right? You sort it, and then it does the thing, and then it kind of, as soon as you pick an officer or whatnot, it kind of unsorts it. All right, now we'll tip our hand a little bit. Let's see what he actually has here. D4 Enterprise, minor, minor. So I'm going to go through the Enterprise and then probably get killed somewhere on the D4. All right. Three, two, one. And we'll go back to finishing getting the rest of this guy's loot while we started this 10-minute timer here. How'd that go? Wow, we didn't get any of it? We didn't even get the Enterprise down. Ooh. Oh, because he's got Uhura. No, he's got Uhura as captain, but she must not have proc. Well, she doesn't proc in round 1. So I got the crits off. But then she procced in round 2, so no crits there. So we didn't really do much damage afterwards. Okay. Yeah, we still said hi. And we'll go back and get this last little bit. What do we got? A couple minutes left on our Stream Raiders fight? 3 minutes to go. So we made a couple other little updates this week to the stream. Hey, evening, Bioman. So you may notice the little graphic for my channel changed. I found a little cartoon graphic that I kind of liked that I swapped it out with instead of a picture of me from like 10 years ago. And if you look further down on my page, I added one of those little sound bit bars things that I see people using on their streams that people seem to get a kick out of, using bits to make weird little sound emotes and stuff. So I added one of them too. You don't have to play around with the sounds. I just want you guys to know it's there. So we're taking baby steps, getting our stream into the 2015 era now. Just keep making adjustments along the way. Keep doing little things to sort of keep elevating things, and I don't want it to be completely like a cartoon. I'm not 12 anymore. I mean, I act like I'm 12, but that's this one. 15, 10, we got 20. All right, so this will finish it up. Yeah. Yeah, some people do have a lot of stuff all over their screens and different logos and banners and all kinds of other stuff. Sometimes you get lost in all the noise, and I know. I have a slight little touch, just a little bit of like ADD. Maybe if somebody were to say like, "Are you on that autism spectrum?" It'd be like, "Yeah, I might be on there somewhere." So having a lot of stuff, I don't want it to be overwhelming for people. We're here to have a conversation. We're here to have some fun talking about the game and the games that we're doing. I don't need it to be like, one of those like Japanese gong show kind of things where it's just silly antic after silly antic. I'm too I'm too tired for that, to be honest. That's really what it comes down to. I'm old now. I'm tired. 30 seconds left. If you're not in our stream Raiders fight yet, you still have a chance to jump in. We'll do one or two more of these afterwards. This should be it for this guy. What's he got left? He's got 9 left, so I will need a second trip. I'll need one more trip. Okay. We're going to finish this up first. I'll get over to that in just a second. Oh, thank you, Stream Captain Bot, for that warning. Ops up on my baby account. Do I always use that many speed ups? No. Well, do I always use that many speed ups? Yes, because, it comes down to a timing thing. So where you are in terms of your progression and what you're like, I want to make sure I was obviously 17 and then moving into 18 before the end of this week so I could do my next little segment of my tutorial videos. And I'm kind of just trying to keep that steady progress to try and get to like 20 by early next week. Is there anything left in here? Sure, we'll just hit that real quick. All right. And everybody back to base. Let's do our Stream Raiders battle real quick. And then I'll get back to that explanation on the speed ups and the baby account. Sure, we'll do that one. Looks like there's some ranged guys out here, so. Uh-oh. Okay, so that didn't work out so well. I will place a better unit next time. Let's try that one again. What do we got? We got lots of melee guys. There's a lot of enemies on this field. All right. We're just going to go over here and start with that. Okay. So, we were talking about the baby account and me using a bunch of speed ups. So, yes. Yes, using speed ups. It's harder to do in the early accounts because you don't really have a lot of them. You kind of got to pick and choose your moments when you can. But yeah, I like to keep a steady progression. I'm kind of trying to move through this account fairly quickly. So doing the solo leaderboard events and making sure I place high in those to get both speed ups and latinum, which I can then use to speed buildings up as well, is kind of important. And then obviously making sure you get plenty of helps as well before speeding things up. Like I got 13 out of 16. I'm going to consider that to be good enough because it's late. This is the EU account, so there's probably not as many people online at this time of night. I think Highlanders is still on, but a couple of people probably are. We'll be getting ready to go to bed soon. Okay, so that was what I needed to get the warehouse. So now I can do the shipyard. So that's 15 hours. Oh, we're doing pretty good picking up these standard recruits. You guys have a couple from Siberia that will get up in about an hour. Yeah. Uh, when you go into those, you move into the EU and it's early, it's midnight AM for them, and then you've got your APAC players who will be getting up soon. If they're trying to do anything before their day starts, they're doing that right as I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's kind of the reason I started my Wednesday stream doing it before work, trying to catch them, 12 hours time zone difference there. That they'd be, dinner time for them, and it'd be their evening. But haven't I don't know if just maybe it's a different server thing, it's a language thing, but I haven't really seen a lot, or maybe just the fact that there really haven't been any Star Trek friendly streamers with their time is being friendly to those time zones that they've jumped on for and been excited about. But maybe we'll get there. We'll give them some time to get the word out. Maybe Wednesday's just like the worst day for them. But I know Anisius has also started doing some of her streams. She's in Portugal, so she's an EU streamer. So when she's doing stuff in her morning, uh, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning for her is their lunchtime. I'm still asleep. West Coast USA might still be up at that time. So there's trying to put more coverage out there for just the game as a whole. And so far it seems to be working. All right, so we need to get one or two more buildings done, get those last little bits there. So we got the shipyard working now. Then I can probably do the refinery, right? Yep. And then Ops 18 is going to require the refinery, the shipyard and the refinery. Okay. When I move to 18, I get the Botany Bay. It could be. I mean, it feels like there's a lot of uh, that's because you got two different, three different really regions in APAC. So you've obviously got China and their, the Koreas and those kinds of countries and their, shall we say, more restrictive internet content. And I don't know how they feel about Twitch. I don't know. I mean, Hearthstone and some of the other games obviously do a lot of streaming in the APAC regions, so I think there's obviously plenty of access to the market there. Then you've got India being another huge, large population base, and then you've got Australia and all the various islands as well that are a little more also more English speaking. So there should be people out there. But right now we're just going for baby steps. Right now we're pushing for 150 followers for my channel. I got 147, so a couple more to go. Posted on a few different Discords and things like that, trying to get the word out. If you guys want to share the link in your Alliance chats and just be like, hey, if you guys are looking for some Star Trek live streaming, all right, what do we got? All right, we got a couple more units this time around. All right, so then we also did hit another base over here. Let's see if he's still down. If not, we'll find somebody new. There's always a base to hit somewhere. Sometimes it's just not always worth it. So let's see what we got. There's a 33. You've got nothing. There's a 35. 1 billion dilithium. Hello. Lunatic Fringe. He's probably always on. Where was the guy I hit before? Was he at the bottom? Must have been. Wasn't one of those guys. Oh, it was Hammer. It was this guy. He's on. He repaired. That guy's no good. $1 billion dilithium, though. Damn. What do we got down here? That's not bad. No ships home either. Alright, we'll take a smack at this guy. Eurodon. And then, because we can, what do you have? You've got all 5 ships home. You've got all 5 ships home. Those are all 5 warships, too. This strikes me as a guy who... he wants to be attacked. It's okay. It's a cheap repair bill. It's only 500,000. So first base we cut right through pretty easily. Mud still has not procced. It's starting to get on my nerves. We got through a Centurion, a Mayflower, and a Legionary. He had Yuki, so there went all my shields. Yuki took about 50%. And then he had a Saladin and a Gladius left. And still no. No mud. Starting to get on my nerves, Mr. Mud. Talking about mitigation here, this is only about a 25% mitigation rate, so it's not even like having one of those officers would do better. Sometimes it also comes down to a little bit of impatience, especially when there's like a reward that I do kind of want. But I'm trying to be logical about it with this account because it is free to play. Will not spend a penny on this account. Because it's for science. 14 hours, but I have a 12-hour one, don't I? I do have a 12-hour one. Got that from a mission. So there's the shipyard. Now I was curious to know if, at what point in time, does my away team store change and actually start giving me stuff? At 17, it hasn't done anything yet. At 17, it still just shows me the reputations. And I wanted to see if at any point in time, does a jellyfish, does a North Star show up in there? So far the answer is no. And I'm too far away from like the Legionary and stuff. Those aren't until 26, so they're not going to show up. So the away teams kind of suck pre-20 so far. It's like, what's the point of having the away team store and having access to it if there's nothing in it that you can get other than reputation? Which, to be honest, nothing at 18 as well, Bioman. Great. To be honest, you don't want your reputation to go up because it just makes your dailies harder to do. And since you have these crappy little common ships, you can't do them. So why would you want your reputation to get higher? Unless you just want to mine more. Is that really what it's about? I need to mine more resources. That's what I want to do. That's it. On your 24 account, you have a Mayflower and a Legionary. Yeah, that would make sense. Right around 24 to 26 to start getting blueprints for those kinds of ships. But that's it? You don't have any other lower ships than that? It's just those? So it really is just the faction ships? That's terrible. Put that in my notes for... Be like, hey, Scopely, maybe you could, add a little bit more value to this away team store. But we want to sell the jellyfish packs. How else are we going to sell the jellyfish? Nobody's buying your stupid level 12 jellyfish. Well, maybe people are. Everybody seems to buy the North Star. So I can't. I'm sure that's why they don't want to switch that up and start giving a path to get that for free. Alright, we'll get the refinery going here. Probably not going to push to ops tonight. I'm going to want to do some of this stuff first. These defense platforms have to catch up. I'm 17 and they're still 13. That's some ground they have to make up there. But the reason I did do these buildings North Star's in Cosmic Cleanup. So you have to pick between the North Star and the Franklin. Because, yeah, that's a terrible choice to have to make. We got some standard recruits we can open, though. You guys have a competition to see whose Tala could kill the most jellies. If you crew it up right, you can take out quite a few of them. What I'm hoping for here, give me some rares. There's 2 Talon. Okay. We are looking for Talon, Chen, and rare officers, all of which are very low proc rates. I'm sorry, I'll also take Barrett. There's another Talon. There's a T'Pring. We're getting lots of Talons. Or at least we're getting a couple of Talons, which isn't terrible. Crusher's not bad either. And we'll spend the 28 to get the extra pull. That's fine. Make it worth it. 3 Talons. Okay. No Chens. If you get to Ops 20, they take the North Star away. Yeah, I've heard that it's only for a very short period of time there. So if you speed up too much, you're going to lose out on the North Star. Alright, are there any missions that I can do left on this? Can't do that one yet. That guy's too big. It's terrible that there's nothing for the Franklin. Now that I did the shipyard, is it going to offer it to me in the store? Because right now it hasn't even done that yet. Nope, hasn't even offered it to me. Nope, not there either. Yeah, I haven't exactly figured out what my path is going to be then here. Because I know I can get some of the blueprints for the North Star in missions, because I already have a couple. How many do I have? I already have 9. So I don't know. I don't know. Obviously I can get a few more through missions, so I'll probably do those. And then, I don't know, we'll see. I might just keep pushing right past it. But there's nothing really in the 20. I mean, you got the Discovery at 21, which again is the same sourcing through Cosmic Cleanup. And the same thing with the Vidar at 25. It's like Cosmic Cleanup, Cosmic Cleanup, Cosmic Cleanup, and they don't run the event every week. So if you're trying to rely on getting those ships, you're going to be in trouble. So then you're going to have to build the Vaklas and the Kumari, which I was hoping to avoid. But I might not have any other option. I might have to build them to sort of hold me over. At least one of them. I'll probably skip the Kumari then. I'll just build the Vocalus at 22, which is a third Explorer. Jesus. Because you want the Franklin and you want the Discovery. That's more Explorers, more Explorer parts, more gas. Never-ending chain of cosmic cleanup. Exactly. Exactly. And they don't run it every week. There's those weeks that they skip, so it just yeah. And it's like because the Franklin is swarm only, it's like you obviously want to get it done, but it just seems like it's just not. It's never the priority. It's like, oh, you want the Discovery, you want the North Star, because they do things for you now. The Franklin is the support ship that does stuff for you in the background on a daily basis, making your swarms easier, which gets you better resources, which is going to get you, because it takes so gosh darn long to tier that thing up as well and collect all the modulators for it. So by the time you get to 35, you're ready to scrap it and get your Franklin A, which then opens up huge chunks of resources to you. But yeah. All right, let's go see where this guy is. Evening, Norwich. Yeah, and yeah. This account right now, I went the new account. I went Klingon Romulan. I know that means no Saladin at 28 probably, but I think I'm okay with that. There's just too many Federation officers in the game to want to also have credits to spend on ships. There's just too many Federation officers. We were down here. This is where we were. Right? This guy? That guy was almost done. Oh, it was this guy here on the bottom. Eurodon. So he's still shielded. Okay. And Chef here. Okay. Uh, 7 minutes left on our Stream Raiders fight as well, if you're not in that battle. Let's see how we did. Did we get more of it down? Let's go back and see. Alright, so Bioman, I'll get to your question about faction missions in just a second. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. And greetings from server 40 and server 118. So, faction missions, yes. If you go dual faction, like many people do, and like I'm doing on this account here, it's the ideal way to go, especially in the early part of the game too, because you don't want your faction reputation to grow too quickly, because then you end up uh, basically pacing yourself out with the missions. You can't do them. They'll get to the point, like my dailies here. I've only, I'm Op 17, haven't really done too much, but they already want me just from mining and stuff like that. Now it's kill 24s and 25s, which I can't hit. I can't hit these things yet. 23s I can still do some, but it would take me 3 or 4 trips, and I don't know that, a few speed ups and a few recruit tokens are necessarily worth the time and the repair bills, and the repair time is really more of the factor. Every ship hull takes 45 minutes to repair, so um, so yes, since I'm going these 2 missions, every Federation mission I can pick up, I'm archiving, because at some point in time, when I'm going to circle back to them, I'm going to be at negative 2 million Federation rep, and they're going to hate me, and that's where it's going to cap out, and I have to get it all the way back to 0 in order to start getting Federation dailies again to try and boost that reputation up faster. And the best way to do that is to start cashing in all those missions. So if I go in my archives here, I've got a whole bunch of Federation missions saved. By the time I come back to these, they'll be super easy and I'll fly right through them and it'll be like, okay, well, we only got 60 points or whatever like that. But these will all start chains for me. These will start small chains that'll unlock them. Now, this one I might do because it's got North Star blueprints. So that one I might have to go back and do. Oh, these are the. If you haven't picked these up, also pick these up and start them. These are the new lower decks missions with the keys they get in the event store. Pick them up, start them, and then at least you can um, come back to them later. If you don't actually start the missions with the keys, then you're going to lose out. The third key, the 50 key mission, the first part of it you can actually do. Um, it's really just flying around and going back and forth and doing stuff, and there's a lot of story to it. But there's nothing that you have to kill, so you can actually do it as as a very low level player and get some decent rewards out of it. So since you're going Klingon and Federation, so you're just going to bank all your Romulan missions and just save them. And when you get your reputation eventually, somewhere in your late 20s to early 30s, you'll probably start hitting at least one of them will get locked at 10 million. And once it's at 10 million, it can never go back below that 10 million threshold. And then you can start trying to dig the other one out of the hole. So in this case, if my Klingon rep is ahead, it's ahead 8,500 points compared to my Romulan rep, 3,500 points. So if my Klingon reputation eventually gets to 10 million and it's capped out, maybe my Romulan's there, probably not. And Federation will be all the way down to negative 2 million. So now I'll go back and do those Federation missions. And when I get to events and things like that, I'm going to go kill Klingons. Because it won't cost me any Klingon rep, but it will raise the other two. And then eventually Romulan will get locked out, and I'll just have Federation left to work on. And then I can cash in even, everything else and just kind of go for broke there and keep doing whatever missions I can find. And then go to Taiga Core, which is the best system in the game for getting reputation in general. But especially Federation rep gets the most out of it. And then that will just, this will fly super easy when I can eventually kill stuff there. So that was my thought process for why I picked to do Klingon Romulan, because Federation, one, the credits, there are so many Federation officers that you'll need to spend credits on. You won't want to have them for Federation ships. And two, eventually when you go to Taiga Core, it's the easiest one to gain reputation for. That was my thought process. Okay. So this one we don't have. Oh, I think I was looking for like a mission or. Oh, that's what I was doing on this account. You're tearing up to the final to tier 7 with my Findra just moving right along. This one we're saving up. I need more ore. Okay. So do I have any missions I can do? Actually, is it this one? Yeah. Because I want the North Star blueprints. So let's see what we need to do for that one. Guy's doing more. Oh, up in Hollis. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure part of the weekend event for the spend is going to be resources and armadas. So I'm kind of figured we'd be saving till the weekend for a big push on those. Oh, all right. So Sheffy here. The second time I hit him, we got the last two ships and most of his base defenses down. Are they still down? Yes. They appear to still be damaged. So, you go there. And let's see what we can do. Now, this one's right in the middle. This is a bad spot. But he's got 4.5 billion resources total. So even if we just get a couple scoops here, it'll still be pretty good. And we'll get our Stream Raiders fight in just a second. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Okay, that gets much better. Somebody's going to get 15 gold. Congrats, V2, on your 15 gold. Oh, he repaired. What? So we're going to have to do the double tap. That was good for 4 million. And there's another 3. But he's obviously online and he wants to have a little fun, so he quick tried to repair between my miners. Yeah. So you got one of my miners, but I still then recracked you and got 4.5 with the amalgam, and then another 3 million or so. So your game still cost you 7 or 8 million resources. Okay. Let's pick our next fight. A lot of melee, some ranged, a lot of melee. Let's go to the bottom down here. Those guys look like they're flying, so we'll pick them off first and kind of move our way through. I don't know. That's my thought process. Whether it's right or not, who knows? Oh. Evening, Pug. Thank you for joining this channel. For those of you who just joined, we got a Stream Raiders fight going on. Probably be our last one of the evening, unless we get a lot of units quickly, and I started early, and we squeeze one more in. We were doing a little base raiding on our main account here. picked up a little bit of resources from that. And on the alt account here, we're upgrading some buildings and working on some missions for some North Star blueprints. Great. Okay. And maybe an officer or two along the way. Yeah, we're looking for stuff. You wanted 20,000 dilithium. Okay. Seems like a small price to pay for 2 North Star blueprints. You just got your North Star today. Congrats, Pug. Did you have the blueprints for it, or did you use the store? I'm not judging, I'm just curious. Both. You had some blueprints and then you bought the rest of it. Okay. That's good. That's the cheaper way to do it, right? Instead of doing a full unlock, you went through the game, you got some of the stuff along the way, and then you bought the difference. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, I forget what it was for the North Star. Right? Was it? I want to say maybe it was like half the ship for $20, and then the whole ship was like 50. And I think it was like, well, I can do these missions and get some of the blueprints and stuff, and then, you know, I think I spent the $20 to buy the difference. Maybe I'm misremembering that. I know my Devore was $20 when I bought that. Somebody was like, "That's the best $20 you'll ever spend because you'll make it back on a daily basis with all the latinum you refined." But the whole ship was only $20. You paid 10. Okay, £10. Okay, yeah, maybe that was because I know the stupid jellyfish they wanted like $50 for the full unlock. I was like, man, for a low level 12 ship like that, how many of them are they really selling? And that's not really the good impression you want to give people right off the bat. It's like, hey, you're just getting started in this game, and it's like, well, here's a ship that could really help you out. And by the way, it's $50. Get used to spending a lot of money. It's like are you? Is that really how you wanna reel those new clients in? Something I really need to get on the phone with the guy at the marketing team and talk to him about. You're looking at it now. You're gonna buy it tomorrow when you get your shipyard up to 20. Sure. Maybe we'll do some base rating on this account. Hang on, let's see what we got. Find me some level 12s. Let's go, or 15s. Let's see what we got. Some level 15s who have like a million par steal. We'll just steal all their resources. 100,000 at a time. No, not yet. Maybe when I get the Botany Bay. That one's got a bigger cargo hold, I think, or at least it will when I can start doing the research for it. If I remember that right. Because the Botany Bay. Can I not do outlaw research into 20? 19. And then you get data storage over here eventually. That's at 23. That's just more protected cargo, though. Okay. So nothing that's going to boost its cargo capacity individually. The Treasury will. This is obviously a nice bonus for younger players, newer players. getting the mining and the cargo capacity increases. This is obviously going to be going from a 1% to a 5% the next time I upgrade it, which I get 10 a day, so 2 days. Saturday morning, this will be able to go up, and just having this cargo capacity increase a little bit. You guys found a level 18 player who had 70 million dilithium. Wow. Uh, does he still have that 70 million dilithium? I hope not. Okay, so this guy. Yeah, I need par steels. Yeah. Don't necessarily need more of that right now. What's this guy? Sorry, so he's only 17,000. We can easily take him out. Okay. And that's the thing too. You know, they do a lot of this stuff and they give you these little fractions, and then it's like, oh, but we only sell you the full blueprints in the store. It's like, well, what am I going to do with I did all these missions and I have 23 blueprints out of 90 towards this thing. What am I going to do? Well, if you want to, when we put out an event store, you could do that as well. Great. So 2 months from now, when I don't need the ship anymore, then you'll have the rest of the blueprints available that I can go back and get it. Just so many of the things they do just don't make logical sense, let alone financial sense. So it baffles me sometimes. Then I just stop asking why questions, and then I feel better. Pug, you pushed up to 20, and then you started building up the rest of your base. Yeah, you don't want to get too far ahead of it. I mean, obviously the game will keep you in line a little bit, but uh, you know, the higher up you get, the more likely you are to find players who are gonna want to attack you and take your resources. And if uh, your defenses are lower, you become an even more attractive target to them. And the good ones can tell. They can look at your power level and go, "Oh, you're only 300,000 power at Ops 20. Like you clearly haven't been doing much with your defense platforms, or some of your other buildings, or your researches." Like, this is a guy who just leveled, and you know, now we're going to come. If we can, we're going to find a way to steal your stuff. If you're good with your shields, you can get away with it. But you have to be very diligent with your shielding then, and never really leave your base unprotected. What we got going on here? So we hit this guy. This guy bubbled. Was there anybody else? I don't think there was. Okay. Let's go see if there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody left in Arla territory. Most of this alliance merged with another alliance, but there's a few people, I guess, who didn't want to go, so they stayed. Yeah, they got 36 players left. Most of their active players left. It's probably just the ones, honestly, probably most of the ones who don't speak English, who prefer to speak in Spanish with each other. Or maybe they just didn't want any part of that little merger, which is also a thing. There's 1.8 billion. That's a possibility. This one's a little harder. That's also a little less in resources. I think I'd prefer maybe this one. Hello. That's 5 billion. Hey, there we go. That's 38 billion. That looks a little better. Now he's a 41 and he's obviously upgraded some defenses, but that's a Franklin, a Devore, and a beat up Augur. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy first. Because his defenses look... This guy looks like he doesn't have any ships home, so this should be a pretty easy crack. Thanks to Rom. Should take very little damage. And then he might as well take the free ride back home. And we'll just tap this guy as well. And then we'll see which guy, whose bubble goes down, who repairs. And go from there. So first fight, this was just ship on base. Didn't really take a lot of hull damage. Probably only went 2 or 3 rounds. I went 4 rounds. 0 for 7, I think, on mud tonight. 5 out of 6 on wharf criticals, but 0 for 7 on muds. There goes defense platform A right at the start of round 2, so then the other one should go down pretty quickly after that. Yeah. It's like at this moment, I'm really thinking about just taking, since Mud hasn't done jack, I might just take him off and put like Lorca on or something, see if I can't proc hull breach to go with all these criticals that Worf's going to throw out there. Alright, so we got the Augur. Yep, 0 for 8. That usually is not the case. But I guess maybe I've been running pretty good with Dwight over there. Yeah, there's a bunch of criticals in a row. Alright, we're going to do that. We're going to take him off and put Lorca on. Oh, that's all I have to do is just pay you, right, Hugo? Oh, yeah, great. Stupid bots. You stopped using mud? Yeah. Switch to a Trinity officer. He's due. It's like the slot machine, right? You just keep pumping money in the slot machine. It's like it hasn't. It's just kept taking my money for the last like 2 hours. It's got to pay out. It's got to pay out. As soon as you get up to, some old lady's gonna sit down and like hit the jackpot. You're like, no, I just got to spend another $20. Just keep putting it in. Yeah. What was the mitigation on this fight though? So the Augur mitigated quite a bit, going straight up there. That's like a 60% mitigation rate. Let's do the math. Where's my calculator? So 151,667 divided by 256,093, 59% crit ratio. Mitigation rate against that Augur. So this thing took quite a few extra shots to take down. So if I had an officer who was lowering their mitigation, would I have gotten through it faster? Yes. If I was doing more damage with all these criticals from Lorca, would I have gotten through it faster? Also yes. I guess the question is, if I had Charvanek versus Lorca critting. Yeah. Good night, Bioman. Thank you for stopping by the stream. We appreciate it. Thank you for putting some Stream Raiders troops out there. We got a couple of guys left here. Gan with some level 1s out there joining in the game. Awesome. And we got a couple players here who may or may not be in the stream. V2's there. Okay, Norwich. Yep. Nossenheimer, thank you for the 2 units as well. Quiet night. There's not a lot of other. There's no other Star Trek streamers on right now, I don't think. Oh, I take that back. There are a couple other, at least one other guy playing. I don't know this player. Maybe all right. Let's see how we're doing back over here. Yep, he sold you out. But then I killed him. And now I'm going to kill you until you give me blueprints for the North Star. Oh, I got to swap ships, don't I? Okay. Fine. I think we did all these. Now, I was trying to listen to DJ's podcast the other day to find out if he was talking, because he was mentioning something about the Treasury event, but I think he was talking more about the lockbox and that kind of aspect of it. And I was curious if he had mentioned anything about the upgrade the Treasury event that we had, the one that gave out the ROM and the Cath shards. I don't think he did, but I was very curious to know if Scopely was planning on bringing that event back on a regular basis, to which people were going to want to be holding back upgrading their treasuries and would kind of, saving up on the diodes and waiting for the events so they can get those officer shards if those are going to be the only ways to source them. But I don't know. Again, I tried to listen to what I could of it, and he was kind of jumping around to a bunch of different places, but wasn't sure if any of you guys heard anything about that, so I figured I'd ask. You don't think you mentioned anything about it repeating? Yeah. I don't know if he didn't think about it, if he's not allowed to say anything about it. They talked about the Cerritos event repeating a lot, but it would be something I'll have to. Rev will be on tomorrow night for his Friday night events. I just message him on Discord or something like that and see if he'll answer or put it on his Discord. Because it would be nice to know instead of the usual, hey, surprise, here's a treasury event. Oh, you can't upgrade your treasury because you don't have any things. Well, you can buy the pack for 99 bucks. It's like these surprise events, which are really just designed to sell more packs for the game. They get really annoying really quickly. All right, 8 minutes. Oh, that's up to 9 minutes now. Okay, so let's repair. It's like they know we want these officers. You made them really good, and then you only gave us the ability to get them to like tier 1 or tier 2. All right, so where were you? You were right there in the middle. All right, so Gordillo here, his bubble is still up. That guy's isn't. Did he repair, though? He did. He repaired his auger. Okay. I also forgot to switch out Mud. Last time he swapped the Intrepid in front of the auger to protect it. So I'd kill that first. Hey, Mud went off. He worked, even though he wasn't going to do anything for me. Should come back with the Kelvin now and pick off those two battleships. It's not worth the repair bill, though. Yes, you did, Norwich. Yes, you did. So we got the extra shots for the first round here. So instead of my usual 6, I got 10 shots in the first round. 7 of them critting, thanks to Worf. But again, because of the mitigation, he mitigated 60% of the damage. So the Intrepid actually lived. Then we get the Obliterator that takes the shields all the way down and puts a nice little chunk on the hull. And a couple of crits should finish it off. No. It made it to round 3, at which point in time my shields are gone. And at the start of round 4, I'm probably dead. Yep. It does always annoy me that the defense platforms get to fire first. Like, if I'm attacking you, I should get to shoot first each round. But I can kind of understand how that works. They got to make it at least a little challenging to crack open other players' bases. Alright, so Stream Raiders, we got a couple minutes left. Looks like we got plenty of units, though. Looks like we're not going to find any more bases to hit tonight. So let's go ahead and bubble up for the evening. Put up my 12-hour shield. And just make sure we finished up all the events before That's done. Don't care. Done, done. Done, done. Finished that. As much as I want these, I can't spend that much in speed ups and Latinum because these things are all like 20 to 30 days. Yeah, I got to do multiples of them to get the shards. I mean, yes, I have thousands of speed ups, but everything takes so many damn days. That got me 4,500, which got me at least a few. That's 600. 600. They all the same. Yeah, they just cost more. Progressively cost more par steel. All right. So we'll queue those up. I'll worry about those before I go to bed. Maybe I'll speed them up. And we'll switch back to the baby account here. Gotta swap ships and go kill that thing. Oh, I still had Chen on board. So Sulu increases the attack. Kirk increases weapon damage. Okay. Just make sure we can take this thing out. Am I going to have time to finish up this before bed? Because my dailies reset at the same time, right? 3 hours. I needed 3,900. I've got 13, so I need 2,600. And sadly, I am mining at 1,600 an hour. So the answer is, I think I'm going to come up short. Unless I stay up to move it and then reset it. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. What did I say that was? 7,500? So I need another 2,500. Hour 19 gets me to about 10:20. Then I need another 300 after that. Yeah, that's not going to happen tonight. Oh, our Stream Raiders is ready. So I can go ahead and pull him back now then. Our Stream Raiders is ready. Let's throw haste out there. We'll go kill some stuff faster. Let's get him. Nice. Alright, somebody's going to get a Paladin scroll. Someone's getting a Vampire scroll. Good luck. Congrats to Biomin and Olympus on your wins. Looks like we got some rewards here as well for the new campaign that just started here for the next month. 20, well, it's 26 days long, I guess, for their elemental campaign here. Okay. That's going to do it for Stream Raiders for this evening. Thank you guys for participating. Hope you had some fun playing with that. And then we're just going to kill this guy. I think I can get this guy. It's going to be close. Yeah, we got him. Okay. Yeah, it was close. Yay, I did good work. Give me my North Star. Oh, and 0718 is now unlocked. Alliance event trophies. These are the ones for Crucible. It's weird that they would give those out. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And let's 12-hour bubble this. Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight's stream. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, playing some Star Trek Fleet Command. We had some good chats. We had some good Stream Raiders fights. We did some base looting. Uh, there is one other new streamer on, Jacoby. Looks like he's brand new to the game. He's just started a level 5 account. But he's got 45 people in his chat, so he must have been playing some other games previously. So we're going to throw a little raid over his way. Maybe it'll be interesting, maybe it won't. But show the guy a little appreciation and welcome to the game. Maybe you guys can give him some tips and pointers about how he can progress. But you guys have a great night. I'll see you back here on Sunday morning. And if I don't before then, see you around the galaxy.